Hi, this is Jelyn from the Honors Tutorial. Our topic for today is about derivatives, the power rule. So this is for Basic Calculus 11. We have here rules in derivatives. The first rule is d over dx of c is equal to 0. So this is for the derivative of constant. So meaning every example here having a constant will be equal to 0. The constant itself, okay, not the whole term or not the whole equation. The constant itself is equal to 0. No need to compute for that. Next, d over dx of x raised to n is equal to n x raised to n minus 1. This is for the power rule. For the power rule, um, your exponent should be multiplied to your numerical coefficient. So that's why we have here n. And then after that, your exponent should be subtracted to 1. So that is what the power rule is. Let us have example number 1. 100 here is a constant, right? So therefore, automatically, we can assume that this is equal to 0 because of the derivative of a constant rule. So we can state that y prime is equal to 0, since our first rule here is stating that any constant is equal to 0. So that is the answer for example number 1. Let us have another example. I will still be putting here the rules, so therefore you may identify what to use, and also you will familiarize yourself regarding these rules in derivatives. For example number 2, y equals 6x squared. Let me just write the solution here. And then let's write y prime to indicate that we are just getting the derivative of it. And then based on letter B, our second rule, you have to have this exponent and multiplied it to your numerical coefficient, and that is 6. So 6 times 2, and then copy the variable x raised to 2, subtract it to 1 based on this rule. Subtract your exponent to 1. And then y prime is equal to 6 times 2, that's 12. X raised to 2 minus 1, that's 1. But this is not yet the final answer because we have here an exponent of 1. So meaning we have to change this into an invisible number, because in mathematics, if the exponent is 1, automatically it should be invisible. So y prime is equal to 12x. And that's it for example number 2. Let us have another example. Example number 3, we have here 7 cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. Let us have our solution here. Let's have y prime is equal to, let's multiply 3 to 7 using the power rule. So we have here 7 times 3, x raised to 3 minus 1. Again, for the power rule, you have to multiply the exponent to your numerical coefficient, and then after that, exponent should be subtracted to 1. Minus 2 times your exponent, that's 2. X raised to 2, your exponent minus 1. Plus, for 1, this is a constant. So therefore, we will be applying letter A, the derivative of a constant. So therefore, it is equal to 1 automatically. Sorry, it is equal to 0 automatically. So you have the option to write it here at the first line of your solution, or just to eliminate it already. It's okay if you eliminate it because it is 0 already. Let's continue solving. So we have here y prime is equal to 7 times 3, that's 21. X raised to 3 minus 1, that's 2. Minus 2 times 2, so that is 4. X raised to 2 minus 1, that's 1. For the second line of our solution, I will not include 0. It is because it is already 0. Next, We have here y prime is equal to 21x raised to 2 minus 4x. As you can see here, I already removed the exponent 1 because it should be an invisible number. Remember, 1 should be an invisible number when it is used as your exponent and numerical coefficient. Next, another example for you. We have here y equals 4x raised to 5 over 7 plus x raised to 8 over 9. For this part, we will be using letter B, the power rule, but for the meantime, let me just erase this part for me to have my solution. Okay, so let's start. Let's write solution here. Let's use this part, solution. Let's have y prime equals 4 times your exponent, and that is 5 over 7 times x raised to 5 over 7 minus 1 plus 8 over 9 times your numerical coefficient. Your numerical coefficient here, that's why you cannot see any number, is 1. So you may write 8 over 9 directly in your numerical coefficient, or you have the option to multiply it to 1. But my suggestion for you is to write 8 over 9 already. Since when you multiply 8 over 9 by 1, the answer is 8 over 9. So it's fine to write 8 over 9. X raised to 8 over 9 minus 1. So now let's continue solving. So this is y prime is equal to, let's multiply this first. This is a whole number. You can just change this into a fraction. Just put 1 in your denominator. So that's 4 times 5, it's 20 here. 1 times 7, that's 7. X raised to 5 over 7 minus 1. So for that part, let us use the butterfly method. I will solve it here to not consume too much space here. So we have here 5 over 7 minus 1. We will be converting 1 into a fraction, so just write over 1. Then multiply 5 and 1. So that's 5. 7 times 1, that's 7. 7 times 1, that's 7. So we have here 5 minus 7 over 7. 5 minus 7 is negative 2 over 7. So therefore, the exponent of x here is negative 2 over 7. So plus, copy 8 over 9, and then let's solve for 8 over 9 minus 1. We will be using the same space. So we have here 8 over 9 minus 1. Let's change 1 into a fraction. It will become 1 over 1. So 8 times 1, that's 8. 9 times 1, that's 9. So we have here 9 times 9 is 9 also. So we have here 8 minus 9 over 9. 8 minus 9 is negative 1 over 9. So we have here x raised to negative 1 over 9. Okay, let's simplify that because we have here a negative exponent and we don't want that to be here in our equation and final answer. So it will become y prime is equal to 20 over, since this part is the part that is raised to a negative exponent, we will be transferring it in our denominator. So it will become 7x raised to 2 over 7. And since we transfer this exponent to our denominator, meaning it will become a positive number, plus 8 over 9x raised to 1 over 9. So this negative part, negative number, should be positive. So therefore, we transpose it or transfer it here in our denominator. So this is our final answer. y prime is equal to 20 over 7x raised to 2 over 9 plus 8 over 9x raised to 1 over 9. So that's it for for the first part of this topic. If you have questions, clarifications regarding this, kindly message us via FB page, The Honors Tutorial. Thank you and God bless.